You know what? I can kind of see why people become racist. I can just see why it happens on a daily basis. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me because my fan on my computer is so fucking loud at the minute. Don't know why. Well, I've got a lot of shit happening, right? But anyway, I'm in Lidl. Yeah, I went to Lidl first time in fucking ages. Usually I go with Morrison's next door. Anyway, nothing against Lidl, but I was in Lidl, and there's a queue of about fucking 30 people. There's just like 2 cashiers on. There's like 10 tills empty. Anyway, you got these fucking 2 cashiers on, like 30 people in the queue. I'm about halfway through the queue, and then I saw a guy just walking from the back of the queue. Yeah, black guy, very very black, like African black, like Nigerian or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter where the guy's from. My initial point is I can see how people become racist. Okay, so this is what's happened. He's just walking through the queue. Excuse me. Very gingerly, very shy. Yeah, excuse me. And everyone was just letting him pass. And then one guy you could tell it pissed him off. Yeah. And I saw him come in, and he turned the corner, he came to me, and I thought to myself, he must have a friend at the front of the queue, or a fucking wife with a pram or anything. There's got to be a reason for it. So I let him pass. I didn't even think about it. Anyway, and then he gets served. He walks straight to the fucking front of the queue, like past 30 people, and he was the next person up. He got served, and then he turns around with a massive grin on his face, just really pleased with himself, big fucking smile, and then as if to say, yeah, I can't fucking believe I pulled that off. What a bunch of mugs these lot are. And he looked at me, and I saw the grin on his face, and I just stared right at him, and I shook my head slowly, and then he stopped smiling, and you could tell he was thinking to himself, shit, I've been sussed here. But anyway, fuck him, he's a knobhead, right? I can't ever imagine anyone who I know, and I've never seen it, I've never seen anybody do that. Ever. You just wouldn't do it. There's a social contract. Yeah. Even if you're in a rush, if you were in such a rush that you have to go to the front, then you shouldn't go in the shop, because everybody else there is in a rush too. What gives him the audacity to just think that I'll just walk to the front of the queue, I'll just blag it? And he was blagging it. You could tell that he was trying to make out as if he was getting at the front to someone else, or like he'd already been to the front. It was so casual the way he did it. You could tell that he'd done it quite a lot. It wasn't like, he was just trying his luck. He knew how to do it. He was committed to it, and he spoke with conviction, and he went for it, and he got it. There's a part of me that's saying fair play to the guy, but there's another part of me that's just saying, what a prick, right? And this is the thing, right? I couldn't help it. Once I'd fucking give him the look and shook my head at him when he walked off, I could not help but say to myself, if he was white, if he was from round here, this is the thing, it's not really about race, but it is. It is and it isn't. It's such a fucking headfuck, because you just cannot help think. You cannot help think like it's because he's not from Britain. He's not used to the social contract or the conventions, the culture, whatever. But I know that if I went abroad and I lived in a different country, I'd be on my behaviour, and I'd be adhering to the game rules, which the social contracts, which has just evened itself out over the course of God knows how long. You go to different countries and there's different kinds of social contracts. In some countries they don't even queue. People say that it's a very British thing to queue, but it's orderly, it's civilised, it's efficient, and it's fair. Why should one guy take priority over another just because he thinks that he should? Understand what I'm saying? So I can see why people fucking get aggy about race, and they start fucking whining on about people who ain't the same racism. I can understand it, because something like that happens. And this is the thing, like that guy, man, it's such a fucking tricky situation. It's such a tricky situation. There's no one sentence I can surmise it all in. It's just people's prejudice come out really easy, and he should know that. He should know, like, you can't just fucking have what you want carte blanche just because you decide. Anyway, second thing that happened, right? This was about, and the only reason I'm saying this is because it's very similar to that instance which has just happened in Lidl. Okay, I was coming back, and I thought the same thing then. I couldn't help but think it, but it surged from the bottom of my fucking soul to the front, to the top. I couldn't help it but think it, and it's a similar kind of thing. I'll tell you. I was on the bus on the way back from London, and I was fucking last one on the bus anyway. Got on the bus, sat down, and then, like you do, like every cunt does, tilted my seat back. Just tilted it back. And then the guy behind tilts his back, and he tilts his back, and it's just a knock-on effect. One guy does it, everyone else does it. And the guy in front of me, he'd done it, so I put mine back. Anyway, next minute, guy behind, he's fucking put his legs up like this, he's sat like that, with his fucking knees against his chest, with his feet on the back of my chair, right? And this is like 1 a.m. I've already missed one bus. Yeah, so I had to fucking dawdle around fucking Victoria Station in London for fucking hour and a half, whatever it was. So I'm pissed off, yeah, so I just got on the bus, got this guy in my back, and he's kicking, and he's fucking, he wants me to put my chair forward, but I was just like, fuck him, and I took it for like 15 minutes, yeah, and he was huffing and puffing, and he was like, kicking, and he must have thought I was just some little knob who was just going to sit there and fucking take it for 4 hours or whatever it is from London, yeah. I wouldn't have that shit, right? So, anyway, I decided, if he fucking does that one more time, I'm going to say something to him. And then, at the side of me, because I was sat at the window, just right at the side, I felt something coming down the side of me. And I looked, and his hand was on the fucking lever, trying to pull my chair back. And then I just felt my chair go back, and that was it. I was just like, fuck this. I just turned around and said, mate, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, I gave it him, I was in the mirror, I just said, if you do that, if you try and like tilt my chair forward one more time, I'm going to break your nose. And I actually said that. I'm sorry, I'm not usually violent, but when shit narks me, yeah, and I know I'm right, I have to say something. It's a problem. I tried to deal with it, but I had to say something. So anyway, I said this to that guy, and yeah, the next bit of the story, we stopped to switch coaches to get on another coach. Don't know why. They do it sometimes when you're coming from London to Manchester. The coach, we had to get on a new one. We stopped in some fucking car park somewhere off the motorway. Stopped and swapped. Got in the new one, in the new coach. And because I was last off the last bus, I was fucking last on this bus, and there weren't many seats. But right at the front, there was one seat, and it was that guy. It was that guy who was from behind me. But I didn't actually realise at this point. I just thought, fuck it, he's in the big seats there. I'll share this with my guy, yeah. And you get all that leg room, around the front. There's like so much space. And I sat down, and the guy, he just goes, "Excuse me, I'm sleeping." Right, okay, sorry, I haven't mentioned. This was the same kind of guy, yeah, like very dark skin, didn't speak much English, just like immigrant or whatever. He's just not. He can hardly speak English, right? And he's trying to tell me that he wants to go to sleep, so I'm going to have to move. So I was just like, no, I'm not moving. Why should I have to move? Like, look at all this space there. Me and you've got it. Let's just chill. And he's like, no. And then he tried pushing me off the chair. So at this point, I was like so close from beating the guy up. He was older than me, but I would obviously fucking beat him up. But I was so close to it. And then I looked through the chairs, and there's an old lady there, and she's just looking straight at me, and she just went, and she just nodded at me as if to say, don't let him fucking have his way. So I just said, I ain't moving nowhere. And then he has his finger in my face at this point. He's like, you get off my chair, I was here first. And I was just like, get that finger out of my face. And then the bus driver saw what was happening. Anyway, and the bus driver took my side and said he can stay there if he wants, and he ended up moving the chairs off the other big spacious seat in front and let me have that by myself. But anyway, this is the thing, like, I have friends who that would happen to them and they would be instantly reflex racist insults against a guy. I didn't do it because I like to think I have a little more depth than that, but I can understand how these culture clashes come about. Because something like that happens and you realise that they're not the same race as you, and you cannot help it. You cannot help, think, that's because he isn't from round here. It's because he doesn't respect the culture, he doesn't respect our values, he doesn't respect the social contract. Maybe he doesn't know it, but if that's the case, then he should be fucking trying to learn it. Yeah, he should be making the sacrifices, not the people who he's trying to fit in amongst. Do you understand? So yeah. That's my rant, and I hope it resonates with someone out there. I don't know. Maybe I'll make some more rants too. See you later.